Oh,
So coming to a comfortable seated posture. Sitting up nice and tall. Taking any support that you need in terms of space underneath your sit bones so that you can keep the spine tall, a block, a blanket. If you need to move to a chair, that's fine as well. Just come to a space of nice tall spine. And once you've found that support and you have the ability to sit in this space for the next few minutes, go ahead and bring your hands, palms up or down on your knees, whichever feels right for you. And if it feels comfortable for you to close your eyes, go ahead and let the eyes gently close. Otherwise, bring your gaze down to the floor. And then shift your awareness to the movement of the breath. Start to follow the breath. Change nothing about it. But just the fact that we have brought our awareness to the breath will automatically change the pattern a little bit. So start now to feel the air in your nostrils. On its way in and on its way out. Two more breaths, just noticing the movement of the breath. And we're going to now allow the breath to deepen. So wherever you are, let your inhale stay the same. But as you start the exhale, allow the navel to hug your spine, letting your exhale become just a little bit longer than your inhale. This is still an effortless move. And now continue to lengthen the exhale a little bit more. You might notice that as you finish up the exhale and allow for the next breath to come in, the breath probably falls a little bit lower toward the base of the lungs. It might feel a little bit more expansive. Focus still stays on lengthening the exhale. Two more breaths. And as you finish up that next exhale, go ahead and slowly open up your eyes. Bring your palms together in prayer to the heart center. And gently as you exhale, bow your head. As you get ready to move into the practice, make a commitment to stay present with the breath throughout all the movements that follow. Slowly, when you're ready, you can open your eyes and lift your gaze. Namaste. Good. Let's getting some movement going. So let's recross the legs, bring the front to the back and back to the front. Bring your hands beside you, and as you inhale, reach the hands out and up overhead. As you exhale, release the hands back down beside you. Good. We'll do that 2 more times, lifting as you inhale, hands out and up overhead. And exhale and release. This 3rd time, as the hands come up, let's go ahead and bend the elbows, clasp your fingers, turn the palms out and up overhead. Get as much length as you can in the side body. You can keep a soft bend in the elbows, but press the elbows slightly back, and that'll still give you that length in the side body if you have any kind of shoulder issues bothering you. Otherwise, let the arms reach all the way out and up. Good. Take 1 more full breath here. And then as you exhale, gently tilt the torso over to one side. And as you go over, make sure that the bottom hand presses out. Even if your elbow is bent, allow that arm to reach out from the armpit to your elbow. Inhale back to the center. Bend the elbows, reclasp the hands. Turn the palms out. Once again, moving them up. You can still, if you have the elbows bent on the other side, that's what you're going to continue with here. Inhale fully, and then as you exhale, tilt the torso over. To the other side. This time, again, let the bottom arm reach out. If you have the elbows bent, it's still the same reach. Breath moves effortlessly. There's no holding here, not of the inhale or the exhale. And the next inhale, come right back up. And exhale, unclasp the hands, release them all the way back and down beside you. Yes, if your breath has stayed up at the top of the chest, it's quite all right. We are just starting to establish the breath pattern. We're going to change that. And part of the side stretch will help you find a little bit more opening. So let's go ahead and do that this time for the side stretch and see if we can help our breath here. So reach your right arm. We'll start with the right arm out in line with the shoulder, palm facing up to the ceiling. Bring your left hand down in line with your hip. Inhale fully over here. Continue to keep the right fingers reaching away from you as you gently slide or walk your left fingers away from you, going only as far as you can so that you still have the ability to get a full breath to the base of the lungs here. You're pressing that right sit bone down to the floor so that you keep both the sits bones to the floor. Good. And now inhale fully over here. If it feels comfortable for you, then reach the right arm slightly up toward the ceiling. And then as you exhale, turn the head down, bring the hand back in line with the shoulder. And then again, inhale, turn the head forward, and then lift the back arm slightly up. Good, we'll do it 1 more time. Release the head down, reach the arms out. And then 1 last time, turn the head forward, reach the arm up. Good, and this time as you inhale, continue to reach the right fingers away from you, press on the bottom arm and come back upright. Release both hands down. Notice the openness you created on one side versus the other. And we'll do this on the other side, starting with the left arm reaching out in line with the shoulders, palm facing up. Reach those fingers as far out away from the shoulders as you can. And then reach the right fingers down in line with your hip. And then walk those fingers as far away from you as you comfortably can. Good, it doesn't have to be very far. We will be deepening that stretch like we did on the other side with the lift of the arm. So inhale fully here. As you exhale, lift that arm up. Inhale again, release the hand, turn the head forward. I made a mistake in my instructions. Well, let's do it the other way around. Reach the left arm down and turn the head down. Good. As you inhale, turn the head forward and lift the fingers up. Beautiful. As you exhale, arm comes back in line with the shoulder. head turns down. And then inhale, up, head turns forward, arm reaches up. Good. One more time. Exhale, turn the head down, arm back in line with the shoulder. Fingers reaching on the left hand, away from the shoulders. And then as you inhale, one more time, turn the head forward, lift the top arm. Good. Press into the bottom arm as you reach the left fingers away from you. Inhale, and then lift using the bottom arm, coming back up. Relax the hands back down beside you. Lovely. And then go ahead and let's uncross the legs so that you can shake out both legs. Good. And then just gently bend the knees, pressing the feet into the floor. Bring your hands, if you would like, beside you so you have some support. And then just gently rock the legs side to side. Good. And we're going to go ahead and move into an ankle rotation here. So just slight release of the legs up away from each other. And then when you're ready, just make sure that you let the ankles rotate in the same direction. Both of them working together. Inhale them away from you, exhale them in toward your face. One more time in this direction. And then changing the rotation, slowly and gently. Moving in the opposite direction with the ankles. One more time. And then as you come back to the center, use your hands if you need to for support. Make sure that you release any kind of tightness that occurs in your hip. But we'll go from here into the pointing of the toes. So inhale and point the toes. Exhale and flex. Heels stay on the floor. Top of the thighs pressing toward the floor. Again, inhale, point. Exhale, flex. One more time, inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Good. Let's spread as you inhale the toes wide, as comfortably wide as you can. As you bring them back, scrunch them as tight as you can. With a smile on your face, of course, always. Opening wide, noticing that stretch on the joints of the toes. And then once again, scrunching them up. One last time. Open as wide as you can as you inhale the toes apart. And then as you exhale, scrunch them in. Good. And then release the legs. You can bend the knees. You can come into a comfortable cross-legged posture for a little bit if you'd like. And then release your hands and shake them out. Good. We'll do a little bit of wrist movement here. So pressing the palms facing you, the wrists away from you, shaking them out. And then turning away from the face, the palms face the other direction. And now just side to side. Good. And now just go ahead and bring your hand, the opposite palm goes on your forearm so that you're just gently holding the forearm. And we're going to go into that wrist rotation. That gives you the ability to not have any kind of strain in that arm taking away from that full rotation of the wrists. And now go ahead and change direction, moving in the opposite direction. Good. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Go ahead and move in one direction. And then change the rotation to the other side. Good. This time as you release, bring all the fingertips together. So just the tips of the fingers touching. There's a soft bending at the top edge of your fingers, and let your elbows come out from the center. Inhale fully, and as you exhale, press the fingers into each other and release the hand at your heart center. Inhale again, this time pressing the fingers a little further, and as you exhale, just softening slightly, but the fingers still press into each other. One more time, inhale, press the tips of your fingers into each other. And this time as you exhale, soften that process of pressing, but keep the fingertips touching each other. If it feels comfortable for you to do so, go ahead and close your eyes. We'll stay here for 2 more breaths. See if you can notice a gentle pulsing action at the tip of your fingers. Good, and now slowly and gently open your eyes, release your hands, shake them out, and we'll go from here to all fours. So you want to come into this space so that your shoulders are on top of your wrists and knees underneath the hips. Press the shins and the top of the feet into the floor. Press the fingertips into the floor, and then allow the body to become buoyant as it lifts up off the floor. Spine stays in its neutral space, so there are all the natural curves in the spine without any spaces being more pronounced. Take one more full breath. This time, do press the heart forward just ever so slightly. Your navel moves toward the floor. Your crown moves forward and then up toward the ceiling. And then as you start your exhale, still keeping the fingertips and the toes pressing into the floor, start to gently round the back as the chin comes to the collarbone. Tailbone moves toward your navel. Continue to press the chest back toward your thighs, allowing the hips to slowly settle toward your heels. We'll make this a flowing movement. So as you inhale, still pressing your palms and your toes into the floor. Reach the heart forward, crown forward. Navel still hugs the spine, but it falls toward the floor. And then as you exhale, lift slowly the navel toward the spine, chin to the collarbone, chest to the thigh, and eventually the hips to the heels, or at least toward the heels. One more time, flowing with the breath. We've now established a pattern for our breath. So use that nice, slow, deliberate movement of the breath coming in to allow that movement in the body. Next time you come up to all fours, we're going to pause over here. Good. Next inhale, curl the right toes, stretch the right leg back, pressing the toes into the floor, extending that right leg all the way back behind you. Take a moment to pause here, feeling that length in the back of the legs. If it feels right for you to do so, on the next inhale, let the toes lift up off the floor. Press the heel away from you or press the toes away from you, whichever feels right for you. But keep the weight equal between both sides of your arms and on your shin. That's on the floor. And now shift the weight over to the leg that is extended. So if your right leg is extended, then your right palm stays on the floor. Reach the left hand straight out in front of you. Keep a soft engagement of the navel toward your spine. One more breath here. And then slowly release the hand and the knee. As you exhale, gently move back to child's posture. Chin to the collarbone, chest to the thighs, allowing the elbows to come down, forehead settles toward the floor. Pause over here for a breath. If you felt any strain in your wrist, go ahead and turn the palm up, releasing the palm down to the floor, but facing up to the ceiling. Next inhale. If you have your palms turned up, turn them back down. Snuggle the fingertips into the floor. And as you inhale, come up to all fours. We'll go to the other side over here. So when you're ready, curl the toes under on the other side. Extend that leg by lifting the knee up off the floor. Keeping that full length in the torso. Press the shin on the floor, press both palms on the floor, and if it feels comfortable for you to do so, let the back leg float off the floor. And then when you're ready, if you would like to, keeping the weight between your arm and the foot that's on the floor, reach the opposite arm straight away from you. You can extend the toes or press the heel away from you, whichever feels right. One more full breath here. And then slowly on the next exhale, release the hand and the knee. And once again, press back, chest toward your thighs, hips toward your heels, coming back to child's posture. This time, release the hands, either palms beside you, turn up, or if you want to just release the elbows, the palms can turn up that way. To release any strain you created in your wrists or in your shoulders. Good, one more breath here. And we're going to come back to all fours as you inhale. This time, curl the toes under and we'll move to our first down dog for the practice today. So inhale right here, lengthen the torso. As you exhale, lift the knees, press the chest back. Keep a bend in the knees so that you can get the nice length in the torso. You want to feel that length coming from the tip of your fingers through the inside of the arm and all the way up toward the tailbone. Your abdomen can stay close to the upper thighs with the bend in the knees. Take one more breath here. Good, next inhale, come back to all fours, shoulders on top of the wrist, knees underneath your hips. Uncurl the top of the foot and press back to child's posture. Once again, turn the palms up if you'd like to release your wrists. Next, inhale back to all fours, pressing the heart forward, the crown forward and slightly up. Curl the toes under. As you exhale, we'll move back to down dog again. Pausing over here for 2 full breaths this time. Allowing the torso to create that length with the use and full support of the arms. Soft, relaxed shoulders. When you're ready for the third inhale, rock forward, shoulders on top of the wrist, knees underneath the hips, uncurl the toes, and once again back to child's posture to release. Hips to the heels, turning the palms up, softening the wrists. Slowly creating warmth in the body, in the spine, in the big joints, especially the hips, shoulders, wrists. We'll go through this flow one more time. So turning the palms back to the floor if they were turned up. Snuggle the fingertips into the floor. Lengthen as you inhale the spine forward, coming to all fours. Curling the toes under. Once again, as you exhale, press the chest back, lengthening the spine. This time we'll create a little bit more length in the back of the legs. So keeping that torso long. As you inhale, press the one heel down to the floor. Keep the other knee bent. Notice the stretch that you feel on the back of that leg. And then bend the knee again. And on the next inhale, repeat this process on the other side. There is equal weight on both arms. There is no movement in the hips because the movement is coming from unbending and bending of the knees. Good, one more time on each side. Bending the knee and pressing the opposite heel to the floor. And then this time, allow both knees to straighten as much or as little. The idea here is to feel the stretch in the back of the body and yet keep your breath effortless. We do not want to let the breath escape from us or strain. And the next inhale, rock forward to all fours, knees to the floor, uncurl the top of the feet. And once again, gently release all the way the torso down to your thighs. As you exhale, release the hands down beside you this time. You can use any support you need for your body. If you need to bring a block underneath your forehead, you're welcome to do that. If you'd like to bring a block in between your feet so that you can allow the hips to settle back, you're welcome to try that as well. The idea here is to just gently soften and relax. We'll stay here for 2 more full breaths. Good. And then if you do have the blocks, go ahead and take the blocks out. And from, excuse me, and from here with the hands beside you, as you inhale, we're going to come up on the knees. Let the arms reach out to the side and come lifting all the way up overhead. Good. On the following exhale, bring one hand down and back to your sacrum. Reach the other hand forward as you gently hinge forward from the torso, coming all the way down, palm to the floor. Inhale, start to reach the hand forward, lift the torso, bring the bent hand back all the way up. And this time, as you exhale, bring both hands back to the sacrum, all the way down as you come folding into the forward fold. We'll repeat this process on the other side. Inhale, both hands out, coming up onto the knees. Good. Both arms are up. This time the other hand is going to go back. So inhale fully. As you start your exhale, keep one arm reaching out. The other comes to the sacrum as you gently fold forward into the forward fold for child's posture. And then as you inhale, excuse me, reach the hand forward. Bring the other hand out and back as you come all the way up. And then exhale. Bring both hands down, folding forward all the way back to child's posture. We're going to repeat this process one more time. Inhale, both hands out and up overhead. Exhale, one hand comes to the sacrum, other reaches all the way forward as you hinge forward, reaching with the arm, torso back down to the floor. Inhale, both hands come out and up overhead. Exhale, both hands to the side. As you come all the way down, arms come to the sacrum, chest to the thigh. One more time on the other side. Inhale and reach. Both hands out and up overhead. This time the other hand comes back. As you reach the front arm forward, let the torso fold, gently coming into the child's space. Hand and the chest both reach toward the floor. Inhale, front arm reaches forward, back arm comes turning slowly all the way up. Good, and one last time for this flow. Reach the hands down. As you hinge forward the torso from the hips, come to rest. This time let your hands come beside you and use, if you'd like, a block in front of you to bring the forehead to the floor. We will stay here for 2 full breaths. Good, and then the next inhale, reach the hands in front of you. Come to all fours as you bring the next breath in. Curl the toes under and we'll go back to down dog one more time. As you press the chest back to your thighs, release the heels toward the floor, still keeping a soft bend in the knees. Good, and then inhale fully right here. And as you stretch, you exhale with the navel hugging toward the spine. Walk your hands back toward your feet to come into a full forward fold. Keep as much bend as you need or would like in your knees. Making sure though that the weight stays equal between toes and heels. And the next inhale, you can reach either the hands in front of you or out to the side. As you come up, use the support of the legs and the length in your torso. And then come back with the hands to the heart center to stand here in Samasthiti. Take a moment. If you'd like, you're welcome to close your eyes. Otherwise, bring the gaze down to the floor. Notice the support of your legs. Even though if you've only just come to the standing posture, notice how much warmth you've already created within the body. One more full breath here. Good, and then slowly and gently release the hands. We're going to move from here into a warrior one posture. So turn your right toe slightly out and then step your left foot forward, just about a gentle medium step, not a very generous one. Good, and then when you're ready, inhale and reach. We're going to reach the hands out and up, but wide, so they're in a Y position. If it feels comfortable for you to do so, you're welcome to bring the gaze up toward the ceiling. Otherwise, keep the gaze forward. Shoulders still stay relaxed. And then as you exhale, go ahead and slowly bring the palms to your heart center, chin to the collarbone. We'll flow a few more times over here. Inhale and open wide. And then as you exhale, this time bring your hands right to the space below your navel, above your pubic bone, where both your hands come into that space. Inhale and open wide again. Making sure there is no bend in the back knee. As you exhale, this time the hands come to the solar plexus, right above your belly button. Inhale and open wide again. As you exhale this time, bring your hands to the base of your throat, one palm on top of the other. It's just a nice, soft, gentle touch. And then inhale again, opening wide. And this time, as you come into this space, allow both your palms to come right on top of your forehead. Inhale one more time, opening completely wide the arms. Pause over here for the exhale and another full breath in. And then as you exhale, bring your hands to the top of your crown, through the forehead, down through the throat, the heart space, through the navel, all the way down. One more time, reach the hands out and up. And we'll do that one more time from the crown, through the forehead, through the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the navel, and all the way above the pubic bone. Good, and then release. Front foot back. Take a moment. Coming back to Samasthiti, closing your eyes if you would like. Notice the difference on two sides. The activation on both sides of the legs. And we'll do this on the other side. So slowly open your eyes. Turn the left toes out, right foot forward this time. Again, a medium step forward. And we'll repeat the same process over here. We'll start first and foremost with the hands coming to the heart center. So when you're ready, inhale and lunge into the space. Keeping the back leg working for you. Lift the sternum, lift the gaze. Bring the hands as you exhale, hands to the heart center in prayer. Not prayer, one on top of the other. And then inhale and open again. And this time the hands go to the space right below the navel and above the pubic bone, called the Apana region. We started with the Prana region. We're going to the Apana. Inhale and open. And as you exhale, bring the hands to the solar plexus right above the navel to the Samana region. Inhale and open. As you exhale, this time the hands come at the throat, the Udana region. Inhale and open wide. Hands all the way. Bring the hands this time to the forehead. And as you inhale, open completely wide. And we'll move to the Vyana, which is the whole body, from the crown, through the forehead, through the throat, down the heart space, navel, and all the way down to the pubic bone. Go ahead and open wide again. And we'll repeat that one more time. From the crown, through the forehead, the throat, the heart, the navel, pubic bone. Good. And then slowly release. Bring both feet back in. Take a moment to pause. Good. Coming to Samasthiti, bring the awareness back to the breath. You can close your eyes if it feels right. If it doesn't, feel free to keep the gaze down. One more breath. Good, and this time we're going to come into the wide stance. So bring your feet about 3 feet wide. Good, and then slowly and gently turn the right toes all the way over to 90 degrees. Good, as you inhale, bring your left hand, that's your back arm, in line with your shoulders. Good, take a full breath here, and then reach the front arm, your right arm, up toward the ceiling. Good, inhale for again, and as you exhale, reach the front arm forward, past your toes, and down toward the leg, wherever it is that you need to. You can always bring a slight softness in that front knee, but there isn't a full bend in it. The back arm still is reaching away from you, the finger is reaching away from you. Good. As you inhale, reach the front hand out. Bring the gaze to the front fingers. And then as you exhale, turn the head down. We'll do this one more time. There's full support in your legs. There's equal weight on front and the back leg. Good. This time, keep the front torso down, keep the arm down, and we'll turn the head down as you exhale. As you inhale, turn the head up. As you exhale, turn the head down. If it feels comfortable for you to move a little deeper in this stretch, you're welcome to reach the bottom fingers a little further down. Good. Inhale, turn the head up to the ceiling. As you exhale, once again, turn the head down to look down to the floor. And this next inhale, reach the front hand straight out in front of you, keeping the torso where it is. Turn the palm up to the ceiling, and then inhale and come with full support of both legs. Bring both hands out and up. As you exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. In prayer, turn the toes all the way forward. Good, we'll go to the other side. So turn the left toes all the way over. Good. We'll start with releasing the hands. We'll start with the right arm down. Fingers pressing away from you, palm turned up. Good, and then next inhale, reach the left fingers out and up to the ceiling. Inhale fully here, and then as you exhale, slowly start to reach those fingers forward, past your toes on the front leg, that's your left. Right arm is going to stay throughout the moves, right where it is, which is in line with the shoulder, palm turned up. Unless you have any kind of tightness in your shoulders, in which case you can always bring your hand bending the elbow at your hip crease. Good, take one more full breath. Release the hand down to the floor. Good, wherever it is that you can reach it. Inhale fully right here. Exhale, turn the head down. Inhale, turn the head up. Exhale, turn the head down. Inhale this time, reach the front hand out, straight out in front of you. See if you can reach a little further the torso. And then exhale again. Release the hand down, turn the head down. Inhale up. It's just the head turning now. Arm on the bottom leg will reach down as and when it feels comfortable for your body to do so. Otherwise, just allow the breath to stay full and effortless for 2 more movements. Exhaling, head turns down. Inhaling, the head turns up to the ceiling. And then next, inhale, reach the hand straight out in front of you. That's your front hand. Inhale again, and then use that hand to bring both arms out and up to the ceiling. Palms together, turn the feet to the center, and hands back down to the heart center. Take a full breath here. Good, release. Now your hands at your hip crease. Inhale fully right here. And then as you exhale, allow the hands to gently slide down the outside of your foot as you bring the torso forward into a forward fold. You can once again keep as much bend as you would like in the knees. Just make sure that you are having a nice flat back till you're at least till you're halfway forward. After that, feel free to round the back. Weight, once again, stays equal between toes and heels. You're welcome, if you would like now, to reach your hands to the middle, allowing your body to fold continually forward. You're even welcome, if you would like, to use your blocks. Bring the blocks at whichever height that you would like to gently relax the crown or the forehead to the block. We'll stay here for another 2 full breaths. And then next, inhale, bring your hands down to the floor, come up halfway. Nice full breath as you lengthen the torso. And then as you exhale, walk your hands over to the right foot. Torso follows, so there's a gentle twist and a slight side stretch. Inhale to the center. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale to the center. Good. This time, as you go over to the right side, bend the right knee a little bit. You can point your toes, if you'd like, slightly out, which gives you a little bit further release of that knee. Inhale, come back, turn the toes if you had, turn them, and go over to the other side, turning those toes slightly out, away from being parallel, bending that knee. Opposite toes are on the floor. We'll repeat this process 1 more time. Inhale to the center. Exhale, bending the knee, moving over to that side. If you're low enough, you're welcome to bring your elbow to the inside of the knee and press open from there. Inhale, come up. Moving to the other side. And this time, as you inhale and come up, make sure that the feet are parallel. There is a softness in the knees. And once again, come back into that full forward fold. Good. Inhale, press the arms into the floor, come up halfway. Bring the hands to the outside of your feet, wherever it is that you can hold on, ankles, mid-shin, or outside of the knee. And then use the pressing of your palms to the outside of the space. And with the length in the torso, inhale, come back upright. Good. And then bring the feet back in. Good, shake it out if you need to, and then come to stand in Samasthiti. Feet are parallel, joints stacked one on top of the other, shoulders wide open, chin close to the collarbone, back of the neck long. And as always, the breath is smooth, deep, and long. If you would like, you can change your breath to Ujjayi, keeping that nice, gentle constriction in the back of the nose and throat as the breath moves in. Giving the breath a chance to come in through a smaller space, but fall deeper to the base of the lungs. Two more breaths. Slowly opening the eyes. We're going to go for a balance pose. We're going to try two today. We'll start with the tree and then go from there to the dancer's pose. So coming to that space where you are comfortable, I had to step off the mat onto the floor. If you have the ability to do so, go ahead and do so. If you need support, find support, either a chair or a wall. When you're ready, with the joints stacked one on top of the other, start to lift one leg, and it doesn't matter which leg you go with. Just lift the heel of that leg that you are going to lift off the floor. In that case, the other leg becomes your supporting leg. To establish that supporting leg, start to feel the lift through the inner arch on that supporting leg. Walk the bent leg or the bent knee out open and walk the heel closer to the ankle joint. Your toes and the ball of the foot can stay on the floor. And it's possible that this is your posture today. You're still working that supporting leg equal amounts. So there is no need to move any further from here if you find stability is an issue. If you're holding your breath, then you know that your body isn't ready to go further. But if the breath is comfortable and you're ready to go forward, go ahead and start by lifting the toes, just the toes, off the floor. And that will once again activate that supporting leg. You're going to feel that nice, gentle movement or the activation of the muscles right around your hips, the glutes. If this feels good and comfortable, you're welcome to reach the foot right between your knee and your ankle, heel above your ankle, or if you prefer, the heel all the way in and up. And again, how far up your leg goes is not as important as the stability that you get with the effortlessness of your breath. And then you can use your hands however that feels right. If you're holding on for support, that's fine. Otherwise, you're welcome to release the hands or wobble like I am and reach them up wherever and however it feels right. Keep in mind, this is your practice. So if, like me, today is not your day to be stable, that's quite all right. But if you're feeling that stability, enjoy it. And then when you're ready, we're going to use that same leg that is bent. Turn the knee forward. Hold on to that ankle as you bend that knee and press that heel up toward the ceiling and gently reach the hand straight forward as you press the heel toward the ceiling, lifting from the back leg. The knee moves back, the torso is long. Once again, the breath is effortless. So stay here as long or as little as it feels right for you. And then gently, when you are done, no rush whatsoever, coming back down so that both your feet are back on the floor. Come to that space of Samasthiti. Take a moment, close your eyes, and notice the awakening in the body. Notice the warmth on one side, the strength, the openness. And then as we get ready to go to the other side, open your eyes. If they were closed, go ahead and lift the heel off the floor, turning the knee out open. Walk the leg close to your body so that the heel comes above the ankle of the supporting leg. Ball of the foot and the knee and the toes are still down to the floor. Giving a chance for that supporting leg to completely become active, lifting through the inner arch. Good, and now from here, go as much or as little as your body will allow you. Again, like we did on the other side, start slow, lift the toes off the floor, and notice the adjustment that your body is already making on the supporting leg. And then you can move that leg up wherever it is that you feel comfortable. Like I said on the other side, today doesn't seem to be my stable day. A little bit more wobblier today. But we can sway and wobble in place. We cannot hop because we are rooted like a tree in one spot. Good. Finding that stability within this space with the breath helping you. And then when you feel ready, turning the toes and knee forward, holding on to the ankle. We'll go from here to the dancer's pose. Nice and slow. Reach the heel out, reach the front arm forward. As you press the heel away from you, your torso might lean ever so slightly forward. Going into the space, nice and gentle, letting the breath guide you. Movement comes from that hip moving back. So it's not how far up your leg can go or how far back you can go into this, but find that stability in your breath. So you could be with the knee bent and the leg close to you, arm reaching out. But if you're able to get a full breath in, then that's a good posture for today, for right now. And again, when you're done, slowly and gently, no rush whatsoever, take the time to enjoy the space you're in and come back to Samasthiti. Good, and now we'll go slowly back down to the floor. So this time, as you come down to the floor, we're going to come to a seated posture. So again, if you need any assistance to keep the sit bones lifted up, go ahead and use that. And we're going to start with one leg extended out to the side. Good, so once you have found that lift and extended the leg, we're going to start with the opposite leg. So if you I have my right leg out, so I'm going to have my right arm out and up. So whichever leg is extended is the arm that's going to go up. The other hand is going to come elbow bent, palm facing forward. Good. Inhale fully right here. And then as you exhale, the other arm is going to stay right where it is. It's the lifted arm overhead that's going to move. So as you get ready to exhale, go ahead and reach that front arm all the way to the extended arm. Inhale, come right back up. Good, we'll do that 2 more times, giving us a chance to reach and come back up. 1 more time, and this time we're going to pause over here. As your arm reaches to the leg, keep it wherever it is that you're able to. It can be mid-shin, top of the thigh, or if you're able to reach to the toes, go ahead and hold on to the toes, however it's comfortable. Good. Keep nice, gentle twisting of the torso. And as you do so, your top shoulder will stack on the bottom. Good. If it feels right for you and you're able to go further, go ahead and let your elbow come on the inside of the knee. It's completely okay to keep a softness and a slight bend in that front knee. We're just getting a nice deep side stretch as we are getting into this forward fold. Take 1 more breath here. And then slowly reach the hands straight out in front of you. Come lifting back upright. And then release both hands back down beside you. Good. We'll do this 1 more time, but this time we'll go to the other side. So extend the other leg, bend the knee. Good. Reaching the arm up on one side and bending that elbow palm facing forward. Inhale fully right here. As you exhale, keeping that fingers reaching forward. Let the torso go with you and then come right back up as you inhale. Good. Exhale and go into that space. If you have any kind of constriction at the hip or in your knee, keep a soft bend in the knee. You're even welcome, if you'd like, to bring a block or a rolled blanket under your knee so that there is a soft bend in the knee. We still get that nice openness on the inside of the thigh. Good, and then come to that space where it feels right for you, and then pause over here. Reach the hand out. Good, hold on to the toes. Gently keep the torso, excuse me, extended, turning slowly into a slight twist, bottom rib cage forward. Allow that top shoulder to come upon the bottom shoulder. Good. If it's comfortable for you to do so, with a bend in the knee is okay too. Bend the elbow and come a little deeper into that side stretch. You will feel a whole bunch of stretch on that opposite side. For those of you that want to get into a deeper stretch, you're even welcome to reach the top hand and extend it all the way. But don't do it by collapsing the torso. Breath as your guide. Full breath in and full breath out. Good. Inhale and reach the hand away from the toes and come all the way back up and release the hands. Lovely. Good. We'll go from here into Baddha Konasana or the butterfly posture. So bend both knees, bring the bottom of your feet together and allow the knees to fall toward the floor. If you were not using any support under your hips, this is also a good time to try that. You can bring a block or a blanket rolled under the sit bones, get a little bit of a height, and that gives you the ability to get a little bit of a deeper stretch at the inner thigh. Good. Allow now your hands to come on top of your knees. Bring the index finger at the base of your thumb and then spread the rest of the fingers out away from you. Chin mudra. Bringing your elbows gently in toward your body. If it feels right for you to do so, allow your eyes to close. We will pause here for about 5 full breaths. Nice soft inhale. And an effortless long exhale, moving the navel toward the spine. Releasing the tip of the tongue to the palate will help you unlock your jaw, softening all of the facial features. If sitting in butterfly is not working for you as you calm the mind down, find a comfortable posture. Again, you can, once you have found that comfortable posture, you want a tall spine. You can even be on a chair if need be. Four more breaths. When you finish those breaths, gently open your eyes. Bring your hands underneath your knees to gently lift them back and up, giving yourself a nice gentle hug this time as the heels come in close to the hips. Wrap your arms around the knees. Take a nice full breath here. And then as you exhale, allow the spine to gently round. Chin moves to the collarbone, nose toward your knees. Pause over here. 2 full breaths. Gently lift the head back up. And you have a choice. You can end the practice here in a quiet meditation for the next few minutes. Or if you prefer, you are welcome to lie down on the floor and relax in Shavasana. Whichever space you have chosen to be in, keep your awareness upon the breath. And allow the exhale to extend a little bit more than your inhale. Just as we did at the beginning of the practice, allow all the rest of the body, the facial features, the shoulders, the hips to settle as they melt into the mat. The spine has full support if you're on the floor, or full elongation if you're seated. Allow the chin to come gently in toward the collarbone. Crown will reach up toward the ceiling, or away from the floor if you're on the floor. And just let the breath soften the body. If you find that your mind wants to be on a specific thought, acknowledge that thought, but release it. Allowing the focus to stay upon the breath. Noticing the expansion of the body on an inhale. The softening and relaxing of it on the exhale. breath coming in nourishes the body. And the breath going out rejuvenates the body. Two more breaths. And if you're on the floor, as you start to deepen the breath, gently bend your knees. If you're seated upright, continue to deepen the breath. Gently roll over if you're on the floor to one side, pausing briefly. Before you press the floor into the floor, your palm and slide the top leg, bringing yourself to a comfortable seated posture. On the next inhale, bring your palms together and gently rub them. Rub them till you feel a little bit of warmth created with the friction of the rubbing process. And then cup them over your eyes to gently soak that warmth within the eyes, softening and relaxing the eyes. And then as you feel ready, you can slowly swipe the hands over your body, rubbing all over, gently letting go of any excess, maybe even negative energy. And then bring your palms together in prayer to the heart center. Take a full breath here. On an exhale, if you'd like, gently bring the chin to the collarbone, pausing. Take this moment to honor yourself and the practice you undertook. Now, as you feel ready, you can open your eyes and lift your gaze. Thank you. Namaste.